So today, I was just thinking I want to talk about being employed in England today, because I am currently unemployed, and I have been now for some months. And it's not through choice. I have been applying like a madhead for jobs, and I think it's just a very, very, very challenging climate at the minute to find employment. Now, I go into the job centre now weekly. I'm not entirely sure why, because they still put the same amount of effort into finding me a job as usual, which is zero. I go in, I tell them I've looked for a job, and they let me sign, and I get me job seekers allowance, you know. It's a very simple process. But I went in and I had like an appointment with the last week, and very soon I'll be moving on to what they call stage 3, which is the last stage of unemployment, considered very long-term unemployed. Now again, it's not through choice. I've done a security course so I can become a doorman or a security guard. I've done a course in maths, so I've been doing things to better myself at the same time as being unemployed. Now, on this stage 3 thing, she literally said what it involves is me going and doing community service, right? And at the time, I didn't really think much of it, but now the more I think of it, they want me to go and do community service. Now, hang about a minute. Community service, right? Is that not a thing for criminals? I'm just an honest, I'm an honest Joe, whatever. I'm looking for work. I want to be employed. I want to earn my money. And they're sending me to do something that people get sentenced to in court. Now, hang about a minute. No. Give me useful things. Send me on another course for a qualification. Do this. Do something constructive. What is community service going to do? It's going to piss me off because you're making me work for nothing. You know, I've got my own bills to pay, and you hardly give me enough money on job seekers allowance to do that already. Now, I admit there are people out there which basically use the system, and they don't do nothing to find work. But it's very clear and easy to distinguish the people that do that and the people like me that don't do that. You know, I want a job. I want to find work. So, I'm just at a loss. It annoys me because, you know, if it literally is community service, since when does losing a job and being made redundant make you a criminal, you know? And again, I'm just an honest type of guy. I want to work, but I can't work if no one will give me a job, you know? What am I meant to do? I'll do voluntary work and things, but don't tell me you're sending me to do community service, you know? What's that going to do for me? I'm not going to put it on my CV that I've had to do community service. People assume that it's a criminal, linked with criminality and things. Well, that's how I perceive it anyway. And, I don't see why my thoughts would be any different to anyone else's, I don't know. I mean, maybe some of you guys that watch my videos have been unemployed in the past and had this, or you're employed and you think I'm just a welfare scrounging bum, that's fine. I want views and I want comments on this, because I feel, having been in the unemployed sector now for, 5 months, I think, I feel that there could be more support. They check that you've got a CV, and then every week they check that you've applied for a job, and then that is your cracker. That is job seekers allowance and all the support you get. Am I the only one that thinks that they could do more? I might elaborate on this a bit more, but I've just got to go into Tesco's, so yeah. Yo, funny thing, I just went to Tesco for my sister and bought hair dye, and as you'll see from my other videos, I am basically completely bald. So when people looked at me, they're wondering, why is that dude buying hair dye? Which I don't blame him for, basically. But put the seatbelt on. Yeah, so I was talking about unemployment in England, and this is all going to meld into one, so I didn't need to really say that again. But I was watching Shay Carl's videos, and if you don't know who Shay Carl is, put a search in. Him and his family, he's a really good guy, and he makes vlogs every day. That's what he does. And yeah, he's just a really sound guy, and I found him motivational. So he wasn't a reason for it, but he helped probably because I was watching his videos at the time. But I decided to apply for uni because when I was younger, I always felt that I should have probably got a degree to help me. You see, and I see that just as another example of me trying to better myself. But the amount of support you get, you know, there is none. There is none, you know. Me trying to find out how to get onto a degree was like getting blood from a stone. They don't want to know. So, you know, I've booked people and I've gone in, I've done a test. I don't know the result of it yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm really hopeful because you see, the way I see it, it's another 4 years. I'll have a bachelor's degree and I'll be 28 and I might be able to get a decent job. Better job than what I'm going to do now. But yeah, have any of you guys been unemployed, and have you done something to better yourself that's enabled you to get a job you enjoy, or even just get back into employment? Because I'm finding it so difficult at the minute. And you know, I find it a bit of a cliche. Everyone says it's hard times, but it really is. It's very difficult at the minute. I only got my last job because it was Christmas temp, you know. But yeah, everyone perceives that you're not doing anything. That's another thing. Because you're unemployed, everyone assumes that you're not doing anything, you know. It's like I'm out right now. But ask anyone in the job centre and I need to be available at an instant. And it's like, no, just because I ain't got a job doesn't mean I'm not doing things. It's like I was in there the other week and they tried to change an appointment and I said, no, I can't do that, I'm sorry. And they were like, why is that? And I was like, do you need a reason? Since when, because I'm unemployed, does it become your business what I do in my personal time or where I have personal appointments, you know? Why is that any of your business and why do you need to know that? You're the one changing the appointment, change it for a time where I can attend. You know, the whole unemployed thing is just getting right on my nerves, basically. So yeah, I think I've waffled on long enough. You guys leave comments, video responses, and remember to check out Shay Carl. It's really good, and he's a vlogger. He just does every day of his life, him and his family, and it's just good. It's just good. Check him out. I'll see you later, guys. Cheers.